Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll be making gluten-free chicken empanadas. Here are the ingredients we'll be using today. Let's get everything prepped and get started. For our next step, we will prepare our wet mix for our dough. Right here I have my 2 eggs, should be about 100 grams. I'm going to add my apple cider vinegar to it, and then my 1/3 cup of dry white wine. We'll whisk that together and we'll set it aside. So we'll go ahead and prepare our dry mix. In here I have my gluten-free flour, my xanthan gum, and my kosher salt. We've already whisked that together. Now I'm going to add my butter. And what we'll do now is just use our fingers to kind of mash into this like flat discs. Now that we've smashed all of our butter into flat discs, we're going to add our shortening. Do a quick mix to combine it all together. And now what we'll do is use the back of our mixing spoon to press it flat into the dry mix here. Now we are ready to move to our next step. I've made a well in the middle of our dry mix. Now we take our wet mix from earlier, pour it into the center. We'll stir it together until just about combined. And after that, we'll use our hand to basically compress it into a disc, put it in the plastic wrap, and refrigerate for about 30 minutes. Everything's nice and well combined. You can see all the dry ingredients have been moistened. I'm going to turn this into a disc. I'll flatten it out a bit. There we go. Now we will put it onto our plastic wrap. We'll wrap it up and throw it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. While our dough is chilling, we're going to go ahead and cook our filling. Over here I just have a couple tablespoons of olive oil heating up. I'm going to add my aromatics here. Gonna saute that for a bit. I have some bell pepper, onion, garlic, and green onion. Once this is sauteed down, we'll add our ground chicken and then our spices. It's been a few minutes. The aromatics are nice and softened. I've added my ground chicken. We're just gonna break this up and basically cook it down until it's really not pink anymore, and then we'll add our spices. The chicken's pretty well cooked. I've gone ahead and added our tomato paste, and now we're gonna add our spices. I have onion powder, garlic powder, a bit of salt, and a chicken bouillon cube. We'll mix that all together for a few minutes, and then we will take it all out. Our filling is all done. I've gone ahead and just put it into a bowl. We'll let that cool for about 10 minutes or so before we use it. In the meantime, it's been 30 minutes, so we will go ahead and work on our empanada dough. I've actually cut the dough in half so I can work with one side at a time. I kind of turn it back into a ball, so we'll lightly roll it out now. And we'll make it flatter with the palm of my hand. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of roll it out into a rectangle that's about 1 inch thick. See if I can at least shape it in the right area, and then we'll roll it out. Okay, and what we'll do now is we'll fold it over and then basically roll it into a 1/4 inch thick. This is now a 1/4 inch thick. We have our 3-inch round here, and we'll go ahead and cut some 3-inch discs out. What we'll do is carefully lift it out. All right, we'll sprinkle some flour on both sides and put it on top of some plastic wrap, and we'll keep repeating until we're all out. With the leftover dough that's left, we'll re-roll it into a 4-inch disc and then basically punch out a 3-inch circle out of it. That is all 20 pieces of dough. Let's go ahead and get our filling together and make our empanadas. To make our empanadas, we took one of our 3-inch circles here. We kind of used our rolling pin to flatten it out to about 4 inches or so, and then we're going to put in our filling. About 1 tablespoon of filling here, then we'll fold it over and then basically seal the edges with a fork. All right, and that's it sealed. This first one didn't turn out that great, but we'll see how it goes with the other batches. Here's another one, better. So we're slowly getting there. All right, so it's turning out a little bit better. Just be careful when you add in flour. If you add a ton, then it starts getting too flaky and falling apart. But we're slowly getting there. And there you have it, all 20 empanadas right here. I just put a egg wash over the top, and we're gonna throw it into our 375-degree oven for about 15 minutes.
We are all done. Here's what we got. We'll go ahead and pull it out of the oven, let it cool down. We'll take a bite.
Here we go. I didn't really want to wait, so this thing's still pretty hot. So far, it holds together pretty well. Ow, hot. That's nice and flaky. Tastes like an empanada. Not bad. I will say the dough was pretty hard to work with. You have to be very, very delicate with it. But either way, give it a try. Hopefully it works out better for you guys. Thanks. Enjoy.